morning to one and all. I'm going to discuss about chemical kinetics topic. Based on the time and based on the rate, reactions are chemical reactions are mainly classified into three types are there. And the first one is here very fast reactions. Here very fast reactions are very fast reactions, which is also known as the instantaneous reactions. Here very fast reactions are the chemical reactions which are completed within a fraction of seconds, which in a fraction of seconds generally 10 power minus 14 to 10 power minus 16 seconds only these reactions are going to be completed. 10 power minus 14 to 10 power minus 16 seconds only these reactions are completed. Such a reactions are called as a very fast reactions. For a chemical kinetics point of view, this kind of very fast reactions are not preferred. To measure its rate of the reaction, to find its rate of reaction, and definitely we need some specified conditions, but here very fast reactions are instantaneous reactions, and that much fraction of seconds we cannot able to find concentration changes. That's the reason these very fast reactions and instantaneous reactions rate measuring is going to be difficult. Generally, what are the examples for these very fast reactions? We know that explosive reactions are there, and neutralization reaction is the one, and even I will take precipitation reactions is another one. I will give some examples here. There is a neutralization reaction. I will take the one example. It is a HCl. Whenever it is reacting with a NaOH, then it forms this is the NaCl plus H2O. So this is a simple one. Acid, whenever it is reacting with the base, then it forms salt and water, and this kind of reactions are the neutralization reactions. Even if you will take that silver nitrate, whenever it is reacting with the NaCl, another reaction is a precipitation reaction, AgNO3, whenever it is reacting with the NaCl, and it forms AgCl precipitate. AgCl precipitate plus this is an NaNO3 is a byproduct. So this precipitate in the chemical reaction, it will show with the downward arrow symbol. AgNO3, whenever it is reacting with the NaCl, it forms AgCl and NaNO3. So this precipitation reactions and the neutralization reactions, like a bomb explosion reactions are the explosive reactions are there. That explosive reactions are the best example for the very fast reactions. And other one is there is a second type of reactions is the very slow reactions. This very slow reactions are also the reactions, chemical reactions which required there is in a months or the days to complete the reaction. Such a reactions are called as it's a very slow reactions. That means the chemical reactions which are completed in days, like months, days and months, such a chemical reactions are the very slow reactions. In very slow reactions, we have that well-known example. There is a formation of water from hydrogen and oxygen. That means this reaction generally it are completed in a days or months, and example very slow reaction, 2 moles of H2 plus O2. Here it is 2 moles of H2O. That means a formation of water from the hydrogen and oxygen is one example, and this hydrogen and oxygen both are present in the atmosphere, forming that water vapor is the best example for the very slow reaction. And if you take that even carbon, whenever it is reacting with oxygen, then it is forming the carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide is also a best example for the formation of carbon dioxide is also a slow reaction, very slow reaction. And this very slow reactions also not preferred to find out the its rate of the reactions, and even then we can find, but scientists will not prefer this kind of reactions. Why? Because they want some accurate within a short period of time, right? So very fast reactions generally will not preferred for finding the rate of reaction, very slow reactions also. Why? Because they are completed within a fraction of seconds. It requires like 5 days, 2 days, 3 days. So or months also in some cases. Such a reactions are the very slow reaction. We can find even very slow reaction in our daily life. Best example, rusting of iron is there. This rusting of iron is also a very good example for the formation, a very slow reaction. And in the rust formation, and that is an Fe2O3 and X moles of H2O. That means surface of the iron when it is exposed on the atmospheric moisture and oxygen, and it forms a rust. That rust formula is Fe2O3 X moles of H2O. This is a formation of a rust, also very slow reaction. Formation of water vapor, carbon dioxide. Okay, so these are the very slow reactions. And the next one is this is the third type of reactions, is a moderate reactions. This third one is this is a moderate reactions. This moderate reactions is nothing but the reactions, chemical reactions which are completed in measurable conditions. The chemical reactions which are completed in measurable conditions at the room temperature condition with measurable rates and measurable conditions. If a chemical reactions are occurred, such a reactions are called as a moderate reactions. And these moderate reactions are well known examples. So many examples are there. Most of the chemical reactions which are taking place in the room temperature condition, that all are comes under the moderate reaction. Anyway, I'm giving some examples here, and these reactions are generally taking place at moderate conditions. That means we can easily find that this kind of reactions rates easily we can find at room temperature condition. And some example for this one is there is a decomposition of nitrogen pentoxide N2O5 will be decomposed and it forms nitrogen dioxide and oxygen. This is one example. And decomposition of even this is one example. Second example is decomposition of hydrogen peroxide H2O2 gives rise to it is 2 moles of H2O, and it is O2 is another example. And if you take even a hydrolysis of ester also. Hydrolysis of ester. The ester formula is RCO. This is R is simply ester formula. Whenever it is mixed with water, then it forms acid and alcohol. If both R, you will take the same R, one you can take it as a different RCOO. R is the general formula of ester. In the nomenclature last year we have discussed in the organic chemistry. This is the ester general formula. This ester, whenever it is mixed with water, then it forms it's a acid RCOOH, carboxylic acid general formula, and alcohol R-OH. This one R-OH is a alcohol general formula, right? So this is another example. Hydrolysis of ester. They will not give the reaction. You try to identify that reaction. Hydrolysis of ester reaction is this one, ester formula, and this is a water, and it forms carboxylic acid and alcohol is one. Next, if you take some other examples also here, it is in like even there is an inversion of cane sugar also equal to the cane sugar formula. Fourth example, these are the commonly repeated example. Inversion of cane sugar. Inversion of cane sugar, they will give in the words like this only. Inversion of cane sugar is a dash type of reaction. It comes under the moderate reaction. Cane sugar formula. Cane sugar is nothing but which is a sucrose. C12H22O11. C12H22 and O11. Whenever it is in a inversion of cane sugar, means that it can be mixed with water and it forms there is a glucose and fructose. Glucose formula, this is a C6H12, where it is a O6, plus even fructose formula also same, that is in a C6H12, where it is a O6. So this is simply a glucose and this one is a fructose. Both are having the same molecular formula, but they are comes under the functional group isomers. Here aldehyde functional group is there, here ketone functional group is there, and these two are having the same molecular formula, and different functional group. Here glucose aldehyde functional group and fructose ketone functional group is there. They are comes under the functional group isomers. This inversion of cane sugar is also well known example for the moderate reaction. There is an hydrolysis of ester is also another example, and decomposition of hydrogen peroxide, decomposition of nitrogen pentoxide. They will give like that. Decomposition of nitrogen pentoxide is a dash type of reaction, moderate reaction. Decomposition of hydrogen peroxide, dash type of reaction. This is a moderate reaction. Hydrolysis of ester, dash type of reaction, moderate reaction. And inversion of cane sugar, dash type of reaction. That means it is in a moderate reaction. So based on the number of steps involved between the reactant and product, chemical reactions are mainly classified into three types. One is a elementary reaction, and other one is a complex reaction, and other one is there is a chain reaction. These three will discuss. First one, elementary reaction, and this classification is based on the number of steps involved between the reactant and product. And chemical reactions are three types are there. One is there is an elementary reaction is a one. Elementary reaction. Elementary reaction is nothing but the reaction which is completed in a single step. The reaction which is completed in a single step. One step, if any chemical reaction is completed without any detectable intermediate. That means in between the reactants directly converting into the product, there is no intermediate formation between the reactant and product. No detectable intermediate is going to be formed between the reactant and product. Such a reactions are elementary reactions, or which is also known as it's elementary step reactions. And here we have commonly there is a one example, NO plus O3 gives rise to, it is a NO plus O3 gives rise to, it is an NO2 plus and O2. This is a one example they have given. And even all the pericyclic reactions in organic chemistry, we have that pericyclic reactions. Pericyclic reactions are the one type of reactions. In that pericyclic reaction, there is no intermediate is going to be formed. Directly their reactants are converting into the product. Okay, so there I will give the one example in that pericyclic reaction. Cyclopropane formula. This is simply a cyclopropane formula, and it can be converting into the simply a simple propene. CH3CH double bond. This is a CH2. This type of reactions are called pericyclic reactions. Okay. Cyclopropane, you know that in the organic chemistry nomenclature, 3 carbon atom compulsory required to form a ring. 1, 2, 3, 3 carbon atoms, cyclopropane, and this one is a 3 carbon atom with a double bond. This is called it's a propene. We know this one. This is a propene. This is a cyclopropane. Okay. Elementary reactions is also called as a elementary step reactions. And the next second one is there is a complex reactions, or which is also known as a composite reactions. Complex reactions are which is also known as a composite reactions. In detail, it has so much importance. And this just classification I will give, and in detail it's a differential rate law and rate constant calculation. Later we will discuss. Just it's one of the classification here. Complex reaction is a chemical reaction which is completed in more than one elementary step. The chemical reaction which is completed in more than one elementary step, such a chemical reactions are called as a complex reactions. Here complex reactions, a well-known example is given. There is 2 moles of NO2, 2 moles of NO2 plus it is a CO2 plus this is a NO2. Okay. So this is one example. In this example, what we have that mechanism. If you see the mechanism, in this actually there is 2 elementary steps are involved. So one I can write elementary step 1. in the mechanism, if you see the mechanism of this particular reaction, and your mechanism of above reaction, two steps are involved. In the first step, there is an NO2, 2 moles of NO2 are then, so one NO2 can donate one oxygen to the another one, it forms NO3, and a highly unstable intermediate is here NO3, and this is NO is another one. So this NO3 again it is going to be reacted. This is an intermediate. These two are reacting with each other. It forms an intermediate, that is a NO3 plus NO. This intermediate NO3 will initiate the second step and it can combine with the carbon monoxide, other one, and it forms, this is in here it is a CO2 plus here it is a NO2, right? So this is a elementary step 1, this is a elementary step 2. There is a 2 steps are present in this complex reaction. That means complex reactions are the chemical reactions in which there is 2 or more than 2 elementary steps are involved